My name is Claire Robbins, and I've never believed in ghosts, or demons, or monsters hiding under the bed. I believed in real things you can see and explain. People hurting people, tragedies, accidents, the randomness of life. But nothing prepared me for what happened in that house. Nothing could prepare me for the day my sister disappeared without a single trace, after she started hearing whispers in the walls. We were close, Emily and I. Not just because we were sisters, but because we didn't have anyone else. Our parents died in a car crash just outside Albany 5 years ago. One of those freak accidents. A deer crossed the road at the wrong time. The truck behind them didn't stop fast enough. Emily was the one who got the call. She shielded me from the worst of it. Took over the paperwork, the funeral arrangements. She was 2 years older than me, and in every way that mattered, she became the rock I clung to during that time. So when we inherited our parents' house, an old colonial farmhouse in Ashfield, Massachusetts, we decided to fix it up together. Maybe sell it. Maybe live there for a while. Turn it into something less tragic. The house had been in our mother's family for generations, though we'd never actually lived there. It had always been rented out, or sitting empty. Our mom used to say it gave her the creeps. She never explained why. We moved in during late September. The air was already starting to chill, and the leaves were turning that beautiful, burnt orange New England color. At first glance, the house looked fine. Weathered, but not falling apart. 2 stories, wraparound porch, a little attic with a round window. There was a sense of history to it. Old wallpaper, wooden floors, antique fixtures. But from the moment we stepped inside, something felt off. It wasn't anything I could point to. The rooms were clean. No foul smells, nothing overtly strange, but the air inside the house was heavy, not dusty, just heavy, like the house was holding its breath. Watching. I brushed it off. At first. Old houses have character. That's what people say, right? Emily didn't seem bothered. She was always the braver one, cracking jokes, dancing around with paintbrushes, making grand plans for turning the place into a bed and breakfast. But I noticed little things, even that first week, like how she started sleeping with her bedroom door closed and locked. Or how she'd pause sometimes in the middle of a sentence, like she was listening for something. The first time I heard it, I thought I was dreaming. It was our 6th night in the house. I had trouble falling asleep, the pipes made weird clicking sounds, and the wind whistled against the old windows. Around 2 a.m., I finally dozed off, and that's when I heard it, a voice. Soft. Female. Barely louder than a breath. Claire, it came from the wall behind my bed. My eyes flew open. I sat up, heart hammering. Silence. I held my breath, waiting. Nothing, maybe I dreamed it. Maybe it was the wind. I lay back down, but I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, Emily looked tired. Pale. I asked if she was okay, and she just nodded, said she hadn't slept well. Said she heard something too. When I asked what, she hesitated. Just a noise, she said. Weird plumbing, probably. But I could see it in her eyes, she was lying. That day, she pulled a small spiral notebook from a drawer and started carrying it around. I didn't think much of it at first. I thought maybe she was journaling or tracking renovation ideas. I found out later that wasn't it. Over the next few nights, the whisper came back, always around 2 a.m., always soft, always from the walls, and it always said my name. Claire. One night I followed the sound down the hallway. I pressed my ear to the wall outside the bathroom. Nothing. I whispered, "Hello," and I swear to God something answered. It wasn't English, just this rustling sound, like paper tearing underwater, then silence. I backed away, breathing hard. That was the first time I truly felt fear. Real, bone-deep fear. Not from what I'd heard, but from how the house responded. 3 days later, I woke up to find Emily standing at the end of the hallway. It was 3:11 a.m. I remember because the clock on the wall glowed like a red eye behind her. She was barefoot, in pajamas, her hair a mess. Just standing there, staring at the wall. I called out to her, but she didn't respond. I got closer and saw her hand was pressed against the wallpaper, fingers spread like she was listening through it. Then I heard it. The voice. Emily, clear, delicate. as if the wall itself had breathed it out. Emily gasped and pulled back. She looked at me, eyes wide. "You heard it too," she whispered. I nodded. That night, we ripped open the wall. There was nothing inside, no raccoons, no rats, no mold, no wiring, just empty, black space between the beams. And something else, a strange symbol carved into one of the wooden studs. We didn't know what it meant. Emily took a picture of it, stared at it for a long time, then refused to talk about it. That was when she started changing. She barely left the house. She stopped returning texts from her friends. She stayed up all night, walking from room to room, tapping on walls, writing in that little spiral notebook. When I finally read it, when I stole it one afternoon while she was asleep, I realized it wasn't journaling. It was a log of the whispers. Time, location, what they said. Some pages were filled with one sentence repeated over and over. "It's not a house, it's a mouth." Another page just said, "The walls breathe in, the walls breathe out." And then there was this entry. I heard it behind the mirror. It said it missed me. I confronted her. Told her we needed to leave. She got angry, furious. Said I didn't understand. That she was close to figuring it out. That the whispers weren't bad, just confused. "They're not trying to hurt us," she said. "They're trying to communicate." I didn't know what to do. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed downstairs with the lights on, hugging a pillow and trying not to cry. At 4:06 a.m., I heard her scream. I ran upstairs, nearly tripping over my own feet. Her bedroom door was wide open. The sheets were thrown off, her phone on the floor, the window locked from the inside. But Emily was gone, vanished. I searched every room, every closet, every inch of the attic and basement. Nothing. I called the police. They searched for days, dogs, drones. Nothing. No sign of forced entry. No fingerprints. No blood. Just nothing. When I finally gathered the courage to look under her bed, I found her notebook. The last entry? "I finally understand what they want." And below it, a drawing. It looked like a floor plan of the house, but with hidden rooms, places that didn't exist. One shaped like a spiral. Another marked with an X inside the wall next to her bed. That night, I sat on the floor of her room for hours, staring at that page, and then I heard it again. The whisper. Only this time it was right beside my ear.